dog. Whoa. Okay, Caitlin, over to you.
Annie, not the biggest dog, but we do have a dog in studio with us this morning. Did you know we aren't the only ones who can get the flu? Dogs can too. And concerns over dog flu are on the rise, and more cases are popping up across the country. So what are the warning signs that dog owners need to look out for, and how can you best treat your dog if you do get sick? Joining us now is Dr. Eric Cryan. He owns Nova Mobile Vet. He's here with his pal Bliss. Good morning to you both.
Good morning. Thanks for having me. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too. Thanks for coming in, and thank you for bringing Bliss. She's so well behaved.
Yes, yes.
We need an actual example here before we talk about dog flu. And actually, I've never even heard of dog flu. Can you explain what it is?
Yeah, it's a relatively new disease that's been recognized. About a dozen years, there was a strain called H3N8, which basically was derived from horses. So it was around tracks in Florida, and eventually, unfortunately, it spread through all about 40 states or so. Recently, what's making the news is a new strain. Just like people can get different strains of flu, there are different strains now for dogs that are recognized. This one is more derived from birds, more of an avian flu, what we call H3N2. Neither of these strains are contagious to people, so you don't have to worry about people getting it.
Okay.
But it is, contagious through dogs, and we're worried about this new strain, unfortunately, spreading throughout the country, as they've seen in about a dozen states already.
How would you know if your dog has the flu?
Excellent questions. The clinical signs can vary. Just like people who get the flu, it can range from, no real clinical signs to mild cough or lethargy and appetence to, unfortunately, very severe signs, and a few very low mortality rate, but in a few percentage, unfortunately, it can be fatal.
It can be fatal.
So we do want to, get the word out there and, have people recognize that, it is out there and it, unfortunately, is an emerging threat. There are preventions that you can make. They did come out with a new vaccine, and so...
Oh, they have?
Yeah, they have. So it was first recognized in the country about March of last year around Chicago.
Okay.
This new H3N2 strain. And, Zoetis and some other countries came out with a vaccine around November or so last year. And so just like there's now, unfortunately, new strains for people, we have to worry about for dogs as well.
And would you recommend all dog owners get their dog vaccinated?
Excellent question. No, I would not recommend it. It's more of kind of a lifestyle choice. It's something, that I feel, that we need to be proactive with. Unfortunately, having someone on my staff who lost a dog when the last outbreak came.
No.
I feel it's something that, we need to, get the word out there for.
Absolutely.
So if dogs, are, high exposure, if a dog, travels a lot, if they're going into these areas, if they go to dog parks, and so I see a wide range of dogs throughout Nova. So if I have a Bichon in Boston that pretty much just stays on, the couch and doesn't go out much, they wouldn't need it. But if I had a Shepherd in, say, Springfield that, goes to a lot of dog parks and travels a lot, that might be a different dog that we maybe consider the vaccine for if their exposure's higher.
And we do have those symptoms listed on your screen right now, something to watch out for because many people may not have heard about it. Should we be worried about taking our dogs to dog parks?
Like all things, like taking your kids to daycare, it's going to increase the risk to exposure.
Of course,
So you got to, balance the risk with the rewards, and so there's never been, it rapidly expanding or a high risk, but it's something that's emerging threat, and like the dog flu that came in, a dozen years ago in 2004, it eventually ended up spreading and becoming around here, and so we'd rather be on the front side of the curve and be proactive and let people know that there is prevention out there. The clinical signs, consisting of, lethargy, coughing, ocular and nasal discharge sometimes. Those are the things that you want to look for. And as always, if you have any questions whatsoever, call your local veterinarian.
Dr. Cryan, thank you so much for coming in today. Bliss, wonderfully behaved.
Yeah.
Thank you both.
My pleasure.
All right, and we'll be right back.